Hey you guys, I'm here today and I wanted to have a quick little chat with you while I was outside. Like most of my videos, I plan for them, but then they never work out as planned. And I'm here in this little spot in my backyard. There's a little stream behind me. My dogs are out here. I've even recently acquired some chickens that have just took up here, so I started feeding them. So there's gonna be a lot of background noise, but let me just go ahead and get right into it. Like I said, this wasn't planned, so I do have a few notes jotted down that I probably will have to refer to, but actually I was on my way out here to take a moment and offer gratitude. And I'm not even going to get into that because that's a personal issue. But while I was out here, it just popped in my head to go ahead and do my video. And, I was totally against the idea because, I wasn't prepared for it. And of course, as you can see, I've got all this background noise, but I meditated for a few minutes and it was just really, really on my heart to do this video and to do it now. So I guess for whatever reason, the goddess decided this is the time and this is the place. So here I am. I don't have any stones with me. I don't have any incense, any sage, anything like that to cleanse our space with, because like I said, this was just a all of a sudden type of thing. But I do have to remind you, when you're doing any type of work in nature, cleansing isn't necessary unless you just feel, you know, drawn to do it, but it's not necessary. I think my dog is barking because the chickens and the one lone duck that hangs around with them have decided to come up in the yard, but I figured they would because I just fed my kitty cats. But anyway, I came out here to give gratitude, and this is just this little spot. I'm sitting up under a weeping willow tree, and it just holds a special spot in my heart. It's a place I come, and I came out here late last night and I did a little bit of spell work, and I'm back out here this morning because I just wanted to give gratitude. And when I came, what I brought was, it does need to be cleaned, it's tarnished, but it's a silver offering bowl, and it's one that was my grandmother's, and I use it all the time, and that's what I use it for during spell work, and only during spell work, or for offerings. But what I've got in it is I simply place some coins in it, and I'm gonna leave them out here on the ground under the weeping willow tree as an offering. And I'll come back tomorrow and I will bury them. I'll place them around the weeping willow tree in a circle, and what I'm doing is my offering is protection to the weeping willow tree, because of, it's allowing me to come here and to use this place where it grows, where it lives. It's allowing me to use this place to worship, to practice my beliefs, to perform spells. It's allowing me to use its space. So I'm simply, giving gratitude. And I also have a big old chunk of jasper that I brought with me, and I'm going to leave that out here as well because, as you know, jasper provides protection and it transmutes negativity into positive energy. And I'm going to place it out here with my stones and leave it overnight. And I'm going to do that because jasper, it just provides that second layer of protection, and it's a long acting crystal. Once I finish giving gratitude and I finish this little, I guess you could call it work, and you know, I put everything away, this jasper's energy will remain, and it will remain here until the job is done. And if this tree requires protection to its dying day, the energy from the jasper will remain with it, you know, until its dying day. But once the jasper's energy feels that this tree's roots have taken hold and locked into the ground and, you know, can safely protect itself from the weather, the elements, or whatever may come, then that energy from the jasper, it will go back into the earth and it will recycle. And when it comes back anew, it'll be a neutral energy. It won't be negative and it won't be positive. It'll be a neutral energy, and that's the great thing about jasper. But and I've also got this little bell. I guess we could use the bell and ring it a few times to clear the space and to raise our vibrations. As a form of sound cleansing, but I actually brought the bell, and it may have called the chickens a bit closer, but I actually brought the bell to use as a form of gratitude, just by raising the vibrations in this spot and calling to the fae, calling to the elements, calling to any deities or energies or powers that may be that are in the area. I'm calling to them to let them know that this is a sacred space to me, to just keep an eye on it, protect it. And I think I'm finished up here. I think I'm gonna move off a little further away from the dogs, but I'm gonna continue yapping my mouth because I've got a few things I wanted to talk to you guys about. And like I said, the whole chat that I wanted to have with you guys was this time of the year. You know, this is when Halloween is approaching. This is when, you know, we're getting ready as Wiccans, as witches, as pagans, to practice our beliefs. And no matter what you may refer to those beliefs as, I'm trying to get out the sun, you guys, and I've told you this many times before, I'm not a professional when it comes to being a camera woman, but as long as you can hear me and as long as you can get my message, I think we're on the right track. But I just wanted to share with you, okay, maybe this wasn't such a good spot, just bear with me. Like I said, it was a spur of the moment kind of thing. But as I was saying, as we prepare for this time of year, you know, I usually refer to it as Samhain, but different strokes for different folks. I hear, you know, a lot of witches just refer to it, you know, as Mabon, or depending on what region you're from, how you pronounce it, what you refer to it as. But anyway, this time of the year is a sacred time for us. This time of the year is when the veil is thinning, and this time of the year is when you can do that special work. And this is the time of the year when we are ending the summer, we're preparing for the winter, we're harvesting everything for the end of summer and the beginning of winter. This is what usually people seem to look at as an end, and it is an end. It's an end to the season of summer, but it's also a new beginning. And I don't care what the season is, I don't care what the situation is, I try to stay positive. I really try to stay optimistic, and I want to look at it as a new beginning rather than an end. And I'm over here at the fig tree now, but this is another place I like to come. And I think I'll just sit here a moment and finish up. But during this time of the year, no matter what you refer to it is, no matter what you call it, no matter what your twang is, your slang, your accent, your pronunciation, no matter what that is, what's important is in our hearts. And during this time of the year, when the veil is thin, this is when I like to do all my spiritual work, my cleansing work, my, connecting with my ancestors, anyone that you love that has passed on. This is the perfect time to connect with them. This is the perfect time to offer them, gratitude for being in your life to begin with. This is the perfect time to offer them a bit of peace. Give them well wishes. Let them know that even though their journey here has come to an end, they're starting the next chapter, the next phase. Give them well wishes as they, go into the next, the next chapter of, I don't want to say life, but I just want to say the next chapter of our existence, because we will forever exist. We may not exist in a physical body. We may not exist on this plane, but we will exist. We are of energy, and energy never dies. It may change form, it may move on to another time, another place, another space, but it will always be our energy, and it will always maintain resemblances of us. And as you can see, this is Twitchy Kitty, and he is the silly one of the bunch. Anytime I come out to do any type of spiritual work, meditation, anything, he's always wanting to butt in. But I just kind of wanted to touch on that, the time of the year. And, like I've said many times before, our practices aren't set in stone. You can read books, you can read things on the internet, but at the end of the day, the way you practice, the way you celebrate, the way that you give gratitude is simply the way that you feel that you need to. Whatever feels right to you, whatever is in your heart, that is what you are in need of doing. No one knows you like you, and you know what is needed. You know what is best for you. You know what works for you. And for me, when I was younger, I celebrated this time of the year with my grandmother and some of my other family members. But as I got older, my grandmother passed away, and I had to start celebrating by myself, which, was different, but it's doable. And now I would prefer to celebrate alone. And when I try to celebrate alone, quit, kitty, there's things that I can do, right by myself. And I just want to share a few of those with you, because some of you may have to celebrate alone. Some of you may still be in the broom closet, whatever the case may be. You don't have to not celebrate. Don't give up a opportunity to celebrate, to give gratitude, to do spell work. If you have a chance to do it, by all means do it. Some of the things that you can do right by yourself is, this is something that I've always done, but during this time of the year, I always create a space outdoors, and it's what I refer to as my outdoor altar. This year, I think I'm simply going to use a spot here under this fig tree. Last year, I had a table, a plastic table, sitting on my back porch, and each night I would go out and I would do my chants. I would give gratitude and any other spell work or meditations, anything I felt drawn to do, I would do them at this little table on my back porch. I would put stones out there. I would write poems. I would go out there and what you may refer to as praying, just whatever you feel drawn to do in your spirit. That's what this outdoor altar is. It's your place to go and to work and to connect. And, at the end of this season, you can clean it up and leave an offering to the powers that may be for allowing you to work there through the season of autumn. Or you can keep it there and continue. Just, remember with the weather, the changing seasons, you may have to move it, adjust it. You can simply go for a walk in nature, a walk through the woods. If you come and you find an old dirt road that isn't traveled, just any new place, go ahead and walk in nature and explore a new place. And as you do that, meditate and, think about that. You can make a cake, you can make a pie, you can make any type of dessert, any type of treat, and you can simply fix you a plate, have a little walk outside, find you a nice quiet spot, enjoy it, and offer some to your ancestor, or bring them a piece and leave it as an offering. This is the time of the year when you want to build bonfires, and it doesn't have to be a large fire. It can be a small little fire, Do your spell work that is engaging the element of fire. This is a great season to do any type of firework. Me being an Aries, I'm really drawn to building fires. I do it all during the year, but this is a great season for that. Just be careful. Stones, I almost forgot about the stones. Smoky quartz, amethyst, selenite, citrine, any agate, stones like that are great stones to use during this time of the year. And if you can't remember or you don't know, just look around and think about what colors are associated with this season. And to me, it's browns, oranges, yellows. Incorporate colors in your spell work. And if you don't remember the stones, you don't remember what color candles, just always remember colors, incorporate colors. Just like the changing leaves, remember the color of the leaves. Incorporate those colored stones and candles into your spell work. Also, I like to do release spells. Sit down outside in nature or at your outdoor altar, and all the things that you have become dependent on throughout the year, things that are not serving you, things that have brought you nothing but negativity or haven't brought you any type of emotion or anything, write those things down, go outside, sit beneath the moon, read them aloud, light them on fire, and let them go, baby. And then if you feel the need to start a new list, write your new list, read it aloud, get it in your mind, and then fold it up a teeny tiny little piece of paper and dig a little hole right where you see it and bury it under the moonlight and speak a few words to the universe to let those qualities, those traits, those things about you grow and flourish. And we'll leave it at that. Those are just a few things you can do to celebrate on your own. And like always, if you believe, you will receive. And you guys, I promise, if it comes from the heart, it is right. You follow what you feel in your heart. You do what you feel is right for you. And as always, much love. Bye, you guys.